Logic parenting.
Ever noticed what happens the moment you walk into a home with a child under 7? Lights, sounds, buttons, screens, characters that talk back, toys that flash, sing, teach, and interrupt. Now here's the uncomfortable question most parents aren't asking. What if some of these toys are actually making childhood harder? Stay with me, because this isn't about guilt. It's about giving your child what their brain actually needs. Most of us grew up with simple toys, blocks, dolls, cars, maybe one board game everyone fought over. Today, kids have shelves full of toys designed to do the playing for them, and research shows when toys do too much, kids do less. A landmark study from the University of Toledo found that toddlers who played with fewer, simpler toys showed longer attention spans, deeper focus, and more creativity than children surrounded by many complex toys. More toys did not mean more learning. It meant more distraction, parents often say. But these toys are educational. They teach letters, numbers, languages. Here's the problem. Young brains don't learn best through instruction. They learn through exploration. Neuroscientist Dr. Alison Gopnik explains that children under 7 learn like scientists, not students. They test, they imagine, they fail, they try again. When a toy tells them exactly what to do, when to do it, and whether they're right, the brain switches from curiosity to compliance. It looks like learning, but it's actually passive consumption. And over time, this shows up as something parents are deeply worried about: short attention spans, low frustration tolerance, meltdowns when things don't go their way. This doesn't mean toys are bad. It means the wrong toys at the wrong age can overwhelm a developing nervous system. Psychologists call this overstimulation. The child isn't misbehaving, their brain is overloaded. Dr. Dimitri Christakis, who studies early childhood development, found that excessive stimulation, especially fast-paced, noisy input, makes it harder for young children to regulate emotions and mental focus later. In simple terms, too much noise outside creates chaos inside. Now here's where many parents feel stuck. If not these toys, then what? The answer isn't fewer toys just for the sake of minimalism. The answer is open-ended toys. Open-ended toys don't tell the child what to do. They invite the child to decide. Wooden blocks, magnetic tiles, art supplies, loose parts like stones, scarves, boxes. Do you know, a cardboard box has created more imagination than any talking toy ever invented? Maria Montessori said it best: play is the work of the child, not the work of the toy. When children play freely, something powerful happens in the brain. The prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for planning, focus, and emotional regulation, lights up. This is the same brain region kids need later to listen, cooperate, and solve problems. So when we give simpler toys, we're not understimulating them. Parents don't realize how these toys also shape the way children connect with people. Let's talk about something else we don't say out loud enough. Many toys marketed as educational actually reduce parent-child interaction. When a toy talks, sings, and praises, the child doesn't need you. The language development research shows that children learn best from responsive humans, not objects. A study published in JAMA Pediatrics found that children learn fewer words when playing with electronic toys compared to traditional toys. Because parents talk less conversation, less back and forth, less connection. And connection is the real teacher. This is why pediatric occupational therapists often recommend rotating toys instead of offering everything at once. Not because kids need less joy, but because they need more depth, fewer choices, more immersion, more calm. You might notice something surprising when you try this. Your child plays longer. They complain less. Transitions get easier. Not perfect, but easier. Because a regulated environment supports a regulated child. And here's the part that matters most: when kids are calmer, they listen better. Not because they're controlled, but because their nervous system isn't fighting for survival. Child psychologist Dr. Ross Greene famously said, "Kids do well if they can't focus, if they can't listen, if they melt down easily." It's not defiance, it's difficulty. And the environment matters. So, what can you do starting today? You don't need to throw everything away. Start small. Choose quality over quantity. Offer fewer toys at a time. Watch how your child plays when no one is directing them. Sit nearby. Comment gently. Let them lead. This isn't about raising quieter kids. It's about raising more secure ones. Kids who can sit with boredom. Kids who can create instead of consume. Kids who don't need constant stimulation to feel okay. And that foundation affects everything, especially listening. If this made you pause and rethink about the toys in your home, I'd love to hear from you. What toys does your child actually play with the longest? Share in the comments. Another parent may need that insight today. If this video helped, subscribe for more calm, science-backed parenting guidance. And if listening and cooperation are your biggest struggles right now, make sure to watch my next video on your screen. How to make your kids listen. What actually works. Because calm kids aren't born. They're supported. And it always starts with us.